Hey everybody, my name is Anawat Chantaraman-kun, and I'm a little with Big Brothers Big Sisters of Kansas City. I'm a recent graduate of the Pembroke Hill High School, and I will be attending the University of Virginia this fall to study architecture. I've been a part of the Big Brothers Big Sisters program for about 8 to 7 years now, I would say. I got matched with Chuck and Kathy Storts about 7, 8 years ago, and I didn't really have a huge father figure in my life, but being paired with a couple gave me the whole experience of feeling like I had a full family. They took me to baseball games, football games, made sure I had my first mini golf experience, or even watching planes fly up above, making sure that I wouldn't miss out on a lot of opportunities other kids may have already had. Recently, I was able to job shadow Hafer-Welker, an architecture firm in Kansas City. I was able to get this opportunity because I was being proactive and reached out to Andrew Long, and he put me in contact with Erica at Big Brothers Big Sisters. And she knew Rob Welker, one of the founders or co-founders of Hafer-Welker. And because of that, this connection at Big Brothers Big Sisters, I was able to shadow with AEC interns, which are third and fourth year college students going and studying architecture right now. And I was able to do some projects with them, talk with 5 to 6 architects that worked at Hafer-Welker, and also tour a construction site. I was given this opportunity, and I still am in contact with some architects today from the firm, and hopefully I'll be able to go back soon. Now, 2 years ago, I was actually offered my first internship with Big Brothers and Big Sisters with Kansas City. I was able to work with Exceeds Expectations, Inc., a nonprofit that focuses on teaching underprivileged citizens of KC financial literacy. And this was my first professional job experience. And every time I think about it, I always get a smile on my face because of how much I learned and how much I enjoyed it, and the people that I met and the network that I've built since then. I learned so much about not just the business world, but how to market, graphic design, how to talk with people, how to listen to people's stories. I was very much an introvert before I started working that job, and I grew out of my shell and had a lot of presentations and keynote speaking. I completed my full project for Big Brothers Big Sisters, where I presented what I did with the organization. And now I'm making this video right now talking about my experiences and networking with firms, talking with people in the professional field, all because it stemmed from that first experience with Big Brothers Big Sisters of Kansas City. Now I feel more prepared for my future now than ever. I'm in a place where I am proud of who I am and how much I've done, because I never would have thought that I would have gotten here if not for that program, if not for that experience, because I feel like I can go talk with a person that's in a high up field of my interest and talk with them and learn from them and ask for opportunities and not feel scared anymore. Now, going off of that, Big Brothers and Big Sisters is a huge part of my professional network. Now, setting aside how I'm still in contact with Miss Marilyn Chappell, the CEO of Exceeds Expectations, Inc., who I worked for through the Big Brothers Big Sisters program, I can still contact Andrew Long because he supports me no matter what, and he always has my thought in mind about what field I want to go into, if there's any opportunities as a little that I can be a part of to learn more. For example, just recently I reached out to Andrew Long about, I'm curious about some type of graphic design, maybe I can learn something, and he set up an appointment with me so I can meet the graphic designer at Big Brothers Big Sisters. So the network that you build through becoming a part of the Big Futures program, it spans every single field, from learning from Andrew Long to being in connection with Erica. I can now reach out to either about any field that if I decided to change the business, they would be able with no problem to figure out, okay, this person might be able to help you. You might be able to shadow them. You might be able to get coffee or meet them. And that network is there forever. Now, Drew has not only been such a huge professional part of my network, but he's a mentor to me. He keeps me in his thoughts about what events may be held, or he sends me a text if he's like, yeah, you should become part of this, or this opportunity might be great for you. And he even helps me with my school projects. For example, when I was finishing up my capstone project, the last project of high school, I thought about who I wanted to interview, and Andrew Long was the first person to come into my mind. And that project was one of the best out of my whole grade, and everybody loved the video aspect when I was able to record my conversation with him and get a genuine moment of him talking about the work that he does at Big Brothers Big Sisters. And because it was so authentic, because it was so real, everybody connected with him, and everybody loved the interview so much that they wanted even more than what I was recording. Now, this relationship is definitely not something that's just for me and him. He supports so many kids, and he supports and thinks about what fields other kids might be interested in, and he's not afraid or he's always willing to send out opportunities to help better other people and other kids in the professional field, and wanting to always make sure that we're always learning something. For my goals of the future, they're extremely clear for me. Because of the mentorship that I had from not just Andrew Long, but from Chuck and Kathy, Erica, I know for sure after touring with Haferwelker that I do want to do architecture, and that is the path for me. I know that I said that I enjoyed AC's Expectations, which I did. I loved the time that I did there, but it really made me realize that marketing and social media wasn't entirely the path that I wanted to take. And I think that's true for a lot of things in life. For me, I not only learned not to be scared of trying new things, but I also learned that you might not like those new things, but you learn to love other things even better. So for me, architecture was finalized for me when I was able to talk with Rob or talk with people that were in that firm and see the work that they did, that my goals are, yes, I do want to do architecture. I do want to do this professionally and keep building my network, and that keep asking questions and keep learning more, that these are all traits and skills that I would not have learned if not for Big Brothers Big Sisters. Now, if you're somebody that's thinking about joining Big Futures, as a person that's been through it and through my testimonial, 100%, just do it. When I started out, I remember I was typing out my application and I wasn't sure kind of if I was going to get the job, or I was just writing my story down and saying what my hopes and dreams were. And at the time, I didn't really know what those kind of, if they were going to be 100%. And I did the internship, I completed my project, and every single time I think about it, I get a smile on my face because I tell myself that I did that. And without a doubt, if I hadn't done that internship with AC's Expectations or the network that I have now, that I wouldn't even have gotten to the college that I got into, because those experiences were a big meat of the essays that I wrote, because they were so influential and impactful in my life, because they were the first type of time I actually had professional experience. And Big Brothers Big Sisters truly opens a door for their littles, for their kids. When they say that they want kids to have their full potential, they're being 100% truthful with that, because for me, the potential that I didn't even know I had, I'm slowly and surely getting there, because the network that I'm building, the support that you're given, the traits and professional skills that you learn through the programs are second to none. And that you learn so much from it. And they truly open a door. So many doors. Once you go through another one, there's 5 more waiting for you. So many more opportunities. If you keep asking questions and you keep being a passionate learner, it's so surprising to see how many people in the professional world want learners to come in and ask questions. That to them, it's so passionate and it's so new, and they love people that are so curious about the things that they do. And to hear them talk more about it and to learn more, I think the first big step is becoming a part of the Big Futures program, because Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Kansas City truly sets you up for success.